GingerGM.
Ready to go, so let's do it. So I think whoever wins this one has a good chance of beating the poker players, personally. So let's see, is this actually working? Let's do this. Okay, match starting. We're in. There is Eric. Okay, and we're ready to rock and roll. And I play as black, meaning betting stage. So the betting stage is where we get our cards, but they're not chess cards. Now, my cards here are pretty bad. Obviously, the stronger your cards are, like if I had a queen, I would be pretty happy. Now, he's put in a little cheeky raise there, which I'm just going to fold for now. Going to just get that one. Pawn Knight is probably one of the worst hands you can get. And you know, we're just going to take this a little bit slowly as we go. Now, I'm not going to be keeping a big eye on the chat on Twitch as we go, but I will be keeping an eye. So you can see our starting chips are here. Now, that is a much better starting hand, a rook bishop. So I'm going to raise it now to, let's say that one, 6.75. Let's put in a big raise because I've got a nice hand. If Eric's got a queen, he's probably beaten me, but a rook bishop is better than average, and I've been called there. So now I've got two terrible cards there, absolutely terrible cards. Pawns, which is the worst I can get. But if I can get, he's gone all in. And I've only got one card to get. This is a really hard. Okay, but I got a call because of the pot's so big. And I've got two rooks, two pawns, but this is a really bad position here. I don't like my position, but I was so committed at that stage, I had to call it pot-wise. So now we go to the placement stage. I actually meant to put that on C4, not C3, but hopefully it won't make too much difference. And normally you put your weakest pieces on first. So with this one, I need to put another pawn on the board, and I'm going to put it over on B4. And my next pieces are better, so I'm hoping that Eric will put another pawn on the board here, because if he puts a piece on the board, I'm in serious trouble already. Okay, so he's put a pawn on the board, so that gives me some hope now, because I got two rooks. So now it goes to the bishop, and I've got to think where I want to put my rooks. I'm going to move first, so I think I'm going to put a bishop on G2, so it gives me a chance to go to C6. Now, if Eric has two queens, I don't know what he's got. I'm in a lot of trouble, but at least he had three pawns. So he's put a knight on. Now, a knight's bad, so this gives me hope. I've got two rooks, and one rook has to go on H1, trying to come down to H8. And we're going to see where he puts his other one. White goes first. But I've got one more piece to put on. I'm thinking about putting a rook on A1 here. So we might do that. Okay, knight. Okay, my position is quite good, I feel, because he hasn't got great pieces. So now the rook goes here. So I should be better. He's probably got a queen here, meaning it will be quite a close game of chess. If he doesn't have a queen in this position, he has a queen. Okay. And he's created two threats, the bishop and the pawn, which is a problem with going second because I can't deal with both of those threats. So I need to think of the best way I'm going to do this. So yeah, Eric does have the advantage. There's a problem. I got such a bad draw there. Such a bad draw. Okay. So what are we going to do in this position to, and maybe I misplaced my pieces there, but what am I going to play here? I need to move my king. Now, do I move it to F1 or to, I think this square is probably correct. Now he's going to take on C3, so he's going to get a pawn advantage. And now I'll just play rook here. So if you count up the points, I'm certainly in a bit of trouble here with this one. So a lot of it's kind of luck of the draw, like poker. But with that, hopefully I get a better draw in the next ones. Okay, knight D7. So I can now give this... Oh, no, I can't give that check. What am I doing? Bloody hell. Now, I feel like I should be lobbing up Barry the B pawn. This is one pawn I can kind of rely on with my pieces behind it. But he's blockaded that one quite safely. Okay. It's a pity I haven't got the check here. So we're going to flick this one in. Maybe I should have done that last move and then try to check him because he's very safe on d7 here. And the problem with the queen, he's definitely got a better position. His coordination in the position is a lot better than my coordination here. And my time is quite low, so I need to move a lot quicker here. You can see the time box. If you lose on time, you lose the game. So all I've got to do is put up the best challenge I can here, but not a great start. Not a great start. Right, so I'm going to have to try to come in this way. As long as his knights don't get too active, I might have some swindling chances. Ah, look at that. He's got me already with a nasty, nasty fort there. That's a problem with the queen. My position was very bad, but that's probably game over now. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play a couple of moves just to get into it a little bit, as I'm losing this one. But I just want to get into the rhythm. I always lose the first game. Everyone knows I lose the first game. So we all, that's normal for me to lose the first game. So we're just get into a bit more rhythm by playing some moves, and I think that's always a good idea. And he's got queen c5 or knight there, so I have to resign now. And a solid win there. Well, there you go. What happens now? I can't remember what actually... Is that it? Is that the end? I can't remember what we're actually playing for. I'm sure we play more than that. So we're 10,000 chips. We're going for. We're starting with. So I think it's 10,000 we're going for. Okay. So let's go for a rematch soon. Is it first to 10,000? What is it? Okay. Okay, I'm just going to find out how many rounds. So I need to find. It's always good when you play a game to find out the rules before you play. But I got quite a bad start there. I don't know. Could I have done that differently? Could I have done anything at all? I mean, you can't castle in this, but I mean, I did play the chess round very hard, but his first move put me in quite a lot of trouble. So it's first to 3 wins. Okay, so we've just been confirmed. It's 5 rounds. I'm 1-0 down, and it's first to 3 wins. That's what it looks like. We're playing first to 3 wins. So Eric's got the first one. Okay, not a problem there whatsoever. But we're going to come back now. We have to come back. This is like me. This is like me playing against Danny Wrench. Big rivals match. So it's first to 3 wins. Come on, son. Come on. Come on. We get ready. Okay. So we're just getting confirmed that. Okay. So let's bring on the next one. And now we're going to try. We have to win the next one there. Let's get the queen. Queens are massive in this game. So we'll wait for the challenge now. Okay. And if he wins the next one, then he only needs 1 more win. So that puts me in a bit of a tough situation. So I need to play a lot better in the next one. But okay, we're properly warmed up now, I feel. Okay, let's go again. Let's play. So the problem with that round is I got 2 pawns. What a bloody awful round. How did I get 2 pawns? That was appalling. 2 pawns. So I need to, and I got black again. Come on, what the hell? What the hell? No, I had white last time. Okay, right. Okay, rook's good. Pawn is okay. I would say that's about average there. Big blind. And I'm probably going to... I like my rook, so I'm probably going to put a raise in here. This is quite important. So, okay, he's raising me. Now, I'm going to raise him, and I'm going to sod it. Let's do it. Let's go all in. Let's go all in. I feel like my luck must change now. If he has a queen, that's an awful decision. But we're gonna come on. We're gonna give him. Okay, he's cool. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's okay. Not so good. Not so good because I still didn't get a queen. Right. Okay. Let's see. The first big race. Okay, well, I thought my rook pawn was all right, but it was all a bit random. Okay, so he's going in a pawn now. All right, okay. So I will put a pawn here. Keep my king a bit of a safety net there. And he's having a good think about this one. I've got one more pawn to place. I hope he's going to place another pawn. If he's putting a rook down, he should have incredibly strong pieces. So I've got to be very careful here how I deploy. It's obviously already coming in with this one. If I put a rook there, he could put... I don't like it that he's put a rook down already. So remember, white goes first. So got to be careful. I think about my knight. Where do I put that one? Okay, he's gonna... Okay, let's go for this one anyway. We'll try this one. So we'll put this little punt down. It's dangerous when he's put a rook down on move 3. I'm hoping his pieces do not get better. Do not get better. And actually, what I'm realizing now, the deployment stage is a major part of this. So I have to block that one. So I need to put a pawn here. I need to get rid of my pawn. But that's good that he hasn't put a queen down or something like that. But I've only got a knight and a rook left. If he puts another rook... Oh, okay, well, I'm in trouble now, yeah? Because I've only got a knight left. What's he going to have left? Remember, he moves first. So I've got my rook. And we will put the rook here. But if he puts another rook on this square here, I'm in trouble. So... what's his last piece? What is his last piece? Unless it's a pawn. If he puts a pawn down, I mean, it's a queen. It's a queen. No. Well, this is terrible. What a bad draw. I'm blaming it on the cards. What crappy cards. Okay, I had rook pawn. Okay, so I mean, this is going to be really hard now, guys. Really hard. Do I have any way of saving this? I don't think so, the way the setup is. Okay, we'll play a little bit, but this is looking pretty bad. We're not going to resign. So I mean, maybe I raised too much there, but a rook pawn, okay, it's not so bad. And after the first round, it was a little bit of a... but he obviously had good pieces. That was the problem. That was the issue. But this is I don't know. This is like impossible. He's a queen up. He's basically a queen up here. So, yeah. And with this one coming in, we might have to resign soon. So I'm not really getting any chances. So I'm going to be 2-0 down, first to 3. I need a bit of a miracle. Or another drink. Oh, dear. I thought he might be bluffing me there when he put his pieces down, because a rook pawn, it's okay, it's about average. I was expecting to have a better draw than that afterwards, but I keep getting rather dubious pieces. I mean, okay, maybe I'm thinking about my betting strategy. My all-in may have been a bit risky, and I think in the future I'm going to have to bet much more carefully, you know, just to make sure that I only bet with good pieces. And Eric is doing a very sensible thing. He's just swapping off everything. And for the crowd, because there might be some non-chess players who are watching this, I'll play on until the end. But obviously, when you're playing a very strong player like Eric, who is, you know, a very good chess player, there's not much chance of winning this unless he does something horribly wrong. Also with the time situation as well. So we won't give up quite yet. We'll make him win the game, but now he's winning that one. We'll have a little drink. Yeah. Okay, I think we can resign. I'll play on. We'll play on for the crowd. But what a bad start, though. I really didn't expect it to go this badly at the start. My first raise was a problem in the first game. I'm trying to look at my play. Well, the reason I did that raise in the first one, I had better than average cards, but it was a bit of a high raise. I think I might be playing a little bit aggressively. I'm just trying to work out what my strategy should be from now on. I think my strategy should basically be I'm going to have to be a lot more cautious as we go. Meaning I'm not going to be able to play the I run out of time. So there we go. So yeah, okay, so my strategy's been a little bit too aggressive there, but after the first one where I got 2 pawns, you know, you don't know what you're going to get there, but I think if these all-ins go, we're going to have to be a little bit more cautious with the rounds, with the way it's going. So it's 2-0 to Eric. If he wins one more, I get completely wiped out. So we're going to have to win this one. So what am I going to do now? Okay, so I haven't had one queen so far. No queens as yet. And of course, just waiting for confirmation on the rule. But it's 10,000 chips. So I've got to be a little bit more careful of the chips at the start. But I could say it's a little bit unlucky, but it's obviously a combination of me maybe raising a little bit too much. I mean, as soon as I saw a rook, I thought it might be a good time to push. But with a pawn, it wasn't such a clever idea to push that one. So we'll try again. We'll play better in the start stage now. We'll see what happens. That was a little bit of a gamble with the 3 cards there. Okay, sometimes you gamble, sometimes you lose. And I need to win one game. Let's try to get back in it. If Eric gets one more win, he's done the job. He has done the job. So I need to be much more careful in the stage. But I haven't really had a chance on the chessboard yet. So time to shine now. Okay. Perfect timing now that my carver has also run out. So the next challenge will happen any second now. But certainly my betting strategy there was not correct. It was very bad betting strategy. Now 10,000 chips. I need to do this a little bit better. Okay. So if I lose this one, it's all over. So right, time to think about this a little bit more cautiously. And let's get the game on now. Time to get the game on. Okay. So what color will I have? Okay, so I've got white. White has some advantages, some disadvantages as well. Okay, great start. A pawn and a rook. Now this is where I went a little bit mental last time. So we're just going to see. Now I have got 10,000 chips. I don't need to go crazy. A pawn is a really bad one to have. But I also don't want to go scared because a rook is okay. So Eric is checking, maybe showing a sign of weakness. Now I have a great hand here. I have a great hand here. This is good. This is more like it. Come on. So I'm hoping for a raise here. A little raise as we keep going. And then we'll have to see how we act against that. So he's betting 1. Maybe I can sandbag it a little bit. But the way I've been playing is we're going to just raise a little bit. because I have a nice hand. This is the best hand I've had so far. So we'll just put a little free bet in there to play this one with the queen. And who knows what the last card will be. Okay, he's gone all in. Now, I don't think I have a choice but to accept this one. I have to obviously call. There's no choice. The last card's a pawn. Okay, so I got a pawn. So that was a really crap last card. I mean, like, you know, that was terrible, a terrible card there I got at the end. And I have to win this game. So he does seem very confident with his cards at the moment. I've got 2 pawns. I mean, getting a pawn, the last one. Okay, he's got 1 pawn. But if I didn't have that other pawn, I would be much more confident. Okay, so what are we gonna play here? Should we place another pawn on the position? So I'm going to put this pawn here, and unfortunately that was the last one I got, and I got 3 pieces left. I have to be very careful how I place those guys. Now I'm hoping he will at least post a pawn. Now if he posts a piece, I could be in trouble already with this one. Okay, good. Well, I have an opportunity now. I have an opportunity. Now white goes first, so let's put the bishop on. We're going to put the bishop on here, give me a chance to check on c6. And I've got my 2 most powerful pieces to go in this position. Got a rook and a queen. Okay, now he's put a rook on. Now he's only got 1 check there. Where do I want to put my queen? Probably on b2 or on a1. So we're going to go for rook on h2, I think, to avoid any problems on the back rank. And then my queen, well, let's see what he puts down in this position. He's got another rook. Okay, another rook, and he's probably got a queen left. So my position's certainly a bit worse here. So my queen, where will my queen go? If I put my queen here, is that a good idea? Because I go first. Let's go for it. Am I being crazy by doing that? I threaten his rook and I have a check over here. So I need to win this one. If he puts a queen down, I'm positioned. I'm points wise in a bit of trouble, so I'm going to have to play a great game of chess, and also time wise in a bit of trouble. But I want to try and put my bishop on this square on c6 with check. Now if he has a queen, he should probably put it on d7. So let's see. He's got queen. He's put it on this square. Okay. Bugger. Last thing was a pawn. What a bloody shit thing that was. Okay. Right, we have to come with a check and we have to move a little bit quicker here. So I'm the exchange down. I'm the exchange down here. And he's coming in on c1. Which is not pleasant. Okay. This seems to be the only way. I've got to stop a queen f4 check. I've only got 52 seconds as well. Right, let's try to focus on this one, but it's not great. I'd love to get my bishop into c6. He's going to give me another check. But then I have d4. Only way. If he gives me another check, I have bishop f3. I've got to use my b pawn to do some damage here. If I get an opportunity to do so. That's a good move. Not a bad starting situation, yeah? very difficult already. Yeah. What do I play here, guys? And now I'm losing this pawn, unfortunately, which is pretty bad. And my time's bad. And my rook's bad. And my king's bad. Oh, didn't go my way today. Well done to Eric. And, well, unfortunately, he outclassed me there and outcarded me as well. So, congratulations to him for that match. It was always worse materially, but I also feel that my setups, my gambling strategy were all off there. The last game, not so much. That wasn't so bad. But it was a combination of probably me betting a little bit too aggressively earlier on. So whacking down a little bit too many big bets. And also, what else did I do which I could have improved in future? I mean, 3-0 is embarrassing, but I mean, I was getting whenever I put a bet in, I was always getting a pawn. That's the equivalent of when you're playing poker and you get a 2 or something like that. So that wasn't very kind. The choker gods were not very kind to me in that, to be honest. But hey ho, that's the way it goes. That is the way it goes. And yeah, that last card, getting the bloody pawn, was terrible. So yeah, well done to Eric. Anyway, well done to Eric, who played well. I mean, he couldn't have done anything better. He got the right cards. He bet aggressively with good cards, and it worked out well for him. But I would have definitely played that a little bit differently if I had another chance. As in, I wouldn't have done so many aggressive bets earlier on, and maybe waited for better hands. But I didn't know I was going to get the draw I did. Anyway, enough bloody moaning. I'll be streaming again, guys. So I'll be streaming tomorrow. Sod this game. I'll be playing some chess.